Let's talk about this guy, Keilahn Harris. He's back in Atlanta after being signed to the Falcons practice squad from Oklahoma Baptist. Got a little piece. Just want to talk about him and congratulate this guy because he's rejoining the Falcons. He was one of 2 signees to the 16-man practice squad after the team released 2 players yesterday. He signed as a UDFA, or an undrafted free agent, back in April, a few hours after the conclusion of the draft, so didn't get picked up. There were only, if you remember, the only 2 D2 players that got drafted. The one was Ethan Evans, who actually just had a huge week for the Rams. He's the punter, or as he calls himself, a 4th down quarterback, which is pretty hilarious. But he's a punter for the Rams, and his stats right now are very incredible. So if you have not seen his game, definitely check him out. The other one was Jake Witt from Northern Michigan University. He's with the Colts, is currently injured, so is not seeing any time or anything, but is still on their roster. But shout out to Keilahn. This is pretty sweet. He spent time on the 90-man, the training camp roster, competing in 3 preseason games before being waived before the start of the season. So in the preseason, he had 76 receiving yards, averaged about 11 yards per catch on 7 catches. And, got a little bit of time, looks like, at kick return for those guys as well to get his all-purpose up to about 100 yards. And I think that's probably a big reason. I'll reframe myself here. I got kind of out of the frame. That's probably a big reason why he's coming back to the squad, and probably a big reason why they're bringing him back. Obviously, the dude is a very talented receiver, about 6 foot. Coming out of Oklahoma Baptist, and I can probably find some stats for you real quick on him. But having that extra, what do you want to call it, ability of being a return guy, a return specialist, and bringing something else to the roster, that's huge. That's huge for a squad, especially when you're trying to edge out so many other guys that are vying for the same position. So when you look at some of the stats for Keilahn here, he made it to the NFLPA Collegiate Bowl last year. He was a Don Hanson D2 All-American honorable mention selection. He made it to the Elite 100 from D2Football.com as an all-purpose player, 2nd team All-Region, 1st team All-Conference out of the GAC. The accolades in these past couple of years from him have definitely racked themselves up. He led the conference as a junior and ranked 3rd in the nation for all-purpose yards with over 1,800. He was 3rd in the conference for receiving yards, and there's some really good stats on this guy. It's not really a wonder on how he's making some noise at the next level. Like I said, only a junior, it sounds like, before he made the jump, so he was very confident in his ability that he could get up there and make some things happen. One stat that stands out for him right here is actually his career best all-purpose yards, 299. Guess what team he did it against in the GAC? Ouachita Baptist, a team that we've come to associate with a very stingy defense. 299 all-purpose yards against them as a junior back in 2022. That's pretty impressive. He holds the school records for all-purpose yards and career kick return yards, as well as others, career receiving yards, receptions. I mean, pretty crazy. He was the 2nd Bison receiver out of OBU, Oklahoma Baptist, to record back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. And he finished 2nd all-time for receiving touchdowns in his career with 26. And to my knowledge, that's only as a junior. So this guy forewent his senior year. So shout out to Keilahn. Pretty sweet news for him, and hope to see him make his way even up from the practice squad onto that 53-man. So